Hey guys, what's up? It's Michael1997 here. Sorry if you hear the back noise. It's my brother Danny Danger. Still playing Black Ops 2 with some zombies in there. Today we're reviewing the film Pacific Rim. That's right, the new film from director Guillermo del Toro, and which this film was amazing. I had really high expectations, and in a film like this, your expectations could go a minimum way. You go simple, good or bad, and this film was amazing, fully amazing. Sorry. So this film, like I said, is directed, produced, and written by Guillermo del Toro. He wrote the script for the film, he produced the film, and he directed it. In my opinion, I think that this film could not have could have been amazing without his vision, in my opinion. This film is an action-adventure science fiction film, and I gotta say, it's really a great film. I can't believe the percentage on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, I thought it'd be higher than 80% at least. Now it's 72%. I think it's gonna get a little lower sooner or later. But I can't believe that people are saying this film is disappointing, But, that's just people these days, in my opinion. And I don't think that they are really good at their point. So, the film is really about that there's a species of aliens called the kaiju. And this kaiju species came from underneath the ocean. Basically underneath the Pacific Ocean. Through a portal. And what this portal is basically portal between their world and the monsters, sea creatures' own world. And I gotta admit, the design of the creatures is so so amazing and unique that it's just amazing out there. It's so beautiful when you look at the creatures. It's just amazing. So back to the story. The film basically follows as it takes place, I think, 15 years into the war of mankind's level of extinction close, I think, because it's been attacking a lot of cities, these gigantic kaijus, and humanity has to respond back. And what do? They make these gigantic machines called Jaegers. Their only response to the battle, the only thing that can defeat these gigantic kaijus. And what these Jaegers are, it's a gigantic robot, and two people must fit in it. Basically, two people must fit in it, put into this armor suit. Basically, one person has to control the left arm, and the other one has to control the right arm. There's buttons and computers in there, and it's kind of like a motion sensor. It's like the ultimate motion sensor orgy in some ways. Now, the film really bases around, it starts off as a narrative, as first 5 minutes basically explains the film going up to the moment, to this part, when we have our main protagonist. His name is, Rayleigh Beckett. He is basically a man who was in the war. He basically fought, and he was basically a young person when the war started, when all these creatures started attacking. And basically the film takes place when him and his brother are fighting in the war, and they are in a Jaeger. And how to do it is really unique. It's basically this thing called a neural handshake, also known as the drift. Basically, if you are connected with the person next to you, you share all your memories. That means everything you know will be known to that person, right back to them. The more powerful the memories are, the more stronger your techniques and skills are, which is somehow odd. I mean, really, how strong and how dark your emotions are and memories can really make you stronger. That's amazing, in my opinion. So, sorry for the glasses. I don't want to wear them too much. So, as I said, there's really cool technique about this. Now, Rayleigh's character, Rayleigh, is basically had a little problem in the beginning of the film when his brother dies. Little spoiler here, there, little minor spoiler. And basically, the film goes another 5 years later, and basically continues the war, and they basically want him back because they only have 4 Jaegers, and they're running out of time. This is their last chance, basically, to defeat the kaiju. And they're really close, and they basically call Rayleigh to come in and get back in the gigantic Jaegers. Now we have Charlie Hunnam. We also have he's an actor. He plays Rayleigh in this. There's also Idris Elba, who plays like the general or like the man in charge of all that. I think he did basically one of the best jobs in the film, in my opinion. I mean, he was always standing out. I mean, he was amazing in all his films, in my opinion. I mean, Prometheus, he was good in. I mean, it's really, you can't really beat that guy, in my opinion. There's also Charlie Day, if you've seen Horrible Bosses. He is basically a doctor. He's basically Dr. Newton. He's basically trying to understand the kaiju and basically trying to figure out how do we defeat these gigantic creatures There's of course, in my opinion, the most amazing spot is Ron Perlman, who was Hellboy. I mean, Guillermo del Toro worked with this guy 2 times with Hellboy 1 and 2. And in case I need to tell you guys, Guillermo del Toro directed, in my opinion, some of the greatest films if I have seen in a long time. I mean, there's Hellboy, Hellboy 2, Pan's Labyrinth, Mimic, I think was really good, and Blade 2. I think those films he did were really unique and spot on. I mean, they were never big problems with the film. Never big story elements lost there and everything. As I said before, he wrote the script and produced this film, also as directing it as well. I really think that Guillermo del Toro has one of those visions and one of those minds that no one can basically compete yet. Maybe James Cameron with Avatar, who knows. But really, this man, Guillermo del Toro, has one of the uniquest ideas. Basically pay homage and respect to the old Japanese anime style gigantic creatures versus gigantic robots. In my opinion, it's kind of like Godzilla was fighting Optimus Prime, Megatron. 20,000 Godzillas fighting these guys over, like, all over the world. And I gotta admit, it was really fun. Now, the film has a big dosage of visual effects thanks to the creature's design and basically the machine himself when you see them in battle. I mean, I did not see the film in 3D at all because I didn't get to see a showtime for that. And I heard that some people that say that 3D is actually kind of cool because it has some interactive elements as the rain falls on your face all the time. I don't really know what that, I don't know because I didn't see it. But I know if you guys seen the film in 3D, let me know what you think of 3D actually and how if it helped the film or was just on top of the film, just there just to be on the film. Now I gotta admit there was some really great little cameo, cool little. Oh, check that out there, like Ellen McClain, who plays the actor Gladys in Portal, who played Portal 1 or 2. She's actually in that film, but she doesn't play an actual character. She plays a computer in all the Jaegers, I think. I think she was in every single Jaeger, especially in Rayleigh's Jaeger. This little stuff there. Now I gotta talk about the visual effects, as I said before. Spotless, amazing, beautiful. Nothing with visual effects is terrible at all. It's like they spent so much time on this film, and it just worked so perfectly, in my opinion. And I think it worked really well for them. I mean, nothing really got in the way of it all, and it's just great directing. And I gotta admit, I think he was also supervising Guillermo the visual effects and all the designs of the creatures as well. As the creatures here, as I said, are amazing. They're really original. They're really great ideas. I mean, there's flying creatures. The film doesn't just take place in the water. It takes place in the water, on the land, and in the air. This little scene in the air is outstanding. There's not really one scene that really pulls you because all the scenes in this film really pull you. Not one is boring or stupendous. All of them was amazing. But I really liked the middle of the film when you actually see like a really big chaotic fight sequence with the Jaegers and the Kaiju and like Hong Kong. When they go in there and they start causing chaos here and there because of a little story element that I can't really say. Now, the writing in this film, in my opinion, is really just cheeseballish, in my opinion. Now, when I say cheeseballish, it goes two ways. Cheeseballs to the point where I'm laughing at the film every 10 seconds because of how stupid the dialogue is. Or cheeseballish as how it's really making fun of itself while taking itself serious. It's like, that's what I mean by that one. The second one, not the first one, it's terrible. The writing in this isn't really that bad. I mean, there are those stereotypical people like the Russians, because there's 4 Jaegers and there's 4 designs. There's the fast ones, and they're like the English, I think, or like Scottish or something. Then there is the Chinese, and they have 3 arms actually, so 3 people have to go in there and play with the Jaegers, and that's really cool seeing with them. And there's also the Russians, who take the most damage, and they're crazy in battle, and they kind of remind me of Dolph Lundgren for something like his trying to be an accent of Rocky 4, in my opinion. But I'm okay with that because it was basically a little fun with that, as I said before. Big deal. But overall, the performances, in my opinion, really spot on. I really think that Idris Elba really stole the film in some scenes when he's in it. He really did a good job with the film and how the film was really played out. On the other hand, the reason why you want to see this film is not because of the acting. You really want to see it because of the parts when the robots cause chaos, beating the crap out of those gigantic alien monstrous creatures that want to take over and destroy your world. That's what you want to see this film for. I mean, how do you give the film like this a really low score? I mean, I saw reviews out there giving this film like a 40%, 50%. Then how do you give films like this low scores? I mean, Pacific Rim, how do you give that type of film a low score and say, I'm happy with that? You can't be. It's really stupid. It's ridiculous. Seriously, in my opinion. Overall, I really think that the film, this recommendation, I mean, it just could be my movie of the year, actually, this so far. I mean, Man of Steel was really good. I mean, really good, almost up to there. There's also, I mean, Iron Man was really good. I mean, I found a lot of good films this year, but we still have The Hobbit left to do. So, in my opinion, this year's not over, but I think that Pacific Rim might be my film of the year so far because of how creativity can be so good that sometimes critics can hate it. And I think that Guillermo Toro pulled off a great film. And I gotta admit, I saw the box office numbers when it first came out, and it did. And Gremlins 2 was doing better than this film. I mean, Gremlins 2, I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to it, but seriously, Gremlins 2 is box office scores are better than this movie? Seriously? Oh god, I don't know what's wrong with the community these days. I mean, Adam Sandler's funny and Kevin James, but seriously better than gigantic robots killing one another? I mean, come on. Overall, the film, in my opinion, is close to masterpiece. The only problem I have with the film is that it kind of loses its momentum, in my opinion. I think between the second and first act, as soon as the first act ends, it starts trying to catch itself together, in my opinion. And the second act starts trying to catch itself up, but then it slips every once in a while. I mean, the music, in my opinion, was amazing. I mean, let's look at the first 10 minutes of the music. Awesome. Amazing, in my opinion. The music overall really pulled through the film as how emotional and how thrilling the film is. I mean, there's moments when the robots are like damaged badly, and they have to survive no matter what. To continue their mission of fighting these damn creatures. I mean, you could tell that these robots, are not just gigantic criminals. I mean, if they take a damage in the arm, they could lose that arm, and they can basically hurt them. That's what's really cool about the film, is that if the robot arm is ripped off, and if you're on that arm, your arm can be damaged and be like hurt real badly. And that's what I really like, is the creativity, like I said before. Overall, I give the film a solid 9.5 out of 10. It's one of the best action films I've seen in a really long time. One of the best original films I've seen in a really long time. I mean, nothing really can let this film go down. If anyone giving this lower than an 8, I'm really upset at you. I'm really pissed off at you right now. To give this film an 8, I have to be okay with you. I mean, I understand some of your problems with the film if you're giving it an 8 out of 10. But to give it lower than an 8 is really disgraceful to this man's effort. I mean, I think this film was delayed a year. I think. Because it was supposed to come out last year at Comic-Con, I think. But they basically pulled it back a year to basically finish the film. And I think that was necessary because films really take a long time. I mean, look how long it took G.I. Joe to be delayed into 3D. Seriously, 9 months. So overall, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. If any of you guys like the comments, I mean, if you like this video, like the video, comment below, and subscribe. You can also check out my Twitter channel. And if you're going to be commenting, don't put any spoilers or anything, because I really want these people to see the film themselves. I mean, for critics, I understand them because they're always snobby and annoying these days. I'm not really a big fan of critics anymore. I mean, I used to read newspapers to see reviews, and I'm like, no, I'd rather watch the movie myself. So, guys, that's my review for today. If you liked the video, let me know. Check me out on Twitter, like I said before. Like the video, subscribe. Thanks, guys. Also, reviews of R.I.P.D. will be coming out as well as Red 2, and maybe I'll do one if it really comes out, hopefully. So, guys, if I do any of the other videos, like conversations about the film, a spoiler chat, let me know, and I'll do it. Okay? Thanks, guys. Peace out, guys. See you later.